Felix and Whiskers checked into the Rainforest Rhapsody Villa, a sleek, futuristic glass dome deep in the jungle. Felix immediately set up his cat tower and adjusted the thermostat. Whiskers, meanwhile, was fascinated by the lush jungle just outside the panoramic automatic glass doors. A trapped situation, their luxurious afternoon was shattered by a massive, sudden monsoon. The lights flickered and died. The emergency backup failed. Worst of all, the automatic glass doors slammed shut, locking them inside with an audible thunk. Felix pressed the manual override button repeatedly, nothing. The communications panel was dark. They were trapped. Felix immediately panicked about his ruined schedule and the damp air. Whiskers calmly began surveying their surroundings. They needed light, and they needed a way to manually bypass the door's magnetic seal. The inner challenges. Whiskers noticed a ventilation shaft high up near the ceiling, thinking it might lead to the power conduit. With a remarkable leap, Whiskers managed to hook a tiny, retractable grabber tool, a strange gadget Felix insisted on packing, onto the vent cover. Felix, despite his fear of heights, had to stand on his cat tower to stabilize the grabber while Whiskers pulled. Clink! They managed to pry open the vent. They found a single, thick wire labeled door lock. Felix, the meticulous one, remembered his ridiculous emergency toolkit, which contained a tiny, specific wire cutter. He located the toolkit, only to discover it was locked in a safe that required a complicated, 3-digit code, the current time, which Felix was obsessed with. Whiskers guessed the time immediately, simply by looking at the setting sun. The Great Escape. Tool retrieved. Felix snipped the wire. The door seal hissed, unlocking with a puff of steam, but only enough for a cat to squeeze through. They pushed the door open and dashed outside, only to find their planned escape route, the winding walkway, was completely blocked by a massive, freshly fallen mahogany tree. Whiskers spotted a small maintenance hatch in the floor of the walkway. It was dark, tight, and scary. Felix balked, preferring the known danger of the jungle outside. But Whiskers, using the tiny LED flashlight from the toolkit, slid into the hatch, encouraging Felix to follow. Squeezing through the dark, tight service tunnel, Felix found himself terrified but focused on Whiskers' tail light ahead. They finally crawled out into the clear, sunlit reception area, just as the first repair crew arrived. Safe and sound, Felix sighed, but this time not from stress, from relief and respect for his brave partner. They realized the biggest adventure wasn't the villa, but the escape they made together.